All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. December 22nd. We got 5 games on the board tonight. There were supposed to be 6 games, but the Toronto and Chicago game got postponed, which I don't even know. Like, every day we're waking up doing these videos. I could be talking about games that just in a couple hours get postponed. So for what it's worth, these are the games that we're looking at right now. As of right now, we'll see. Everything's kind of crazy in the world, the NBA world, but also I guess just like sports world in general. Like, there was a million Monday Night Football games, 2 games on Tuesday, and football. Like, things are crazy right now, but we are doing our best jumping on here and still giving you guys the daily content around these picks and whatnot. So can't say thank you guys enough for the support you've shown recently. And kind of on that note, before we even jump into recapping last night or today's games, I do have the announcement about our parlay here. So we hit 5,000 subscribers just recently. For those of you guys that don't know, again, thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. Actually, round of applause there. Round of applause. Thank you guys so much. But we have our giveaway now finalized and figured out what we're going to do. So it's going to be on Saturday, which is going to be, or actually the day after Christmas, right? So Sunday, the 26th, December 26th, there's, I think, 8 NBA games scheduled as of right now. We're going to figure out a way to put together a parlay that, if it were to hit, it's going to pay around $5,000. And then if that hits, we'll figure out a way to give that money away to someone in the comments. We might do 2 people. I think that might be cool to split it up, give a couple people more of a chance. But yeah, that is it, guys. So keep an eye on that. It'll be in one of these future videos. Again, the December 26th, day after Christmas, is going to be when our parlay, our 5,000 subscriber parlay giveaway is announced. You guys will just have to keep an eye on it in the pinned comments for what it is. But yeah, hopefully it cashes. I mean, again, I always want to give credit where it's due. We completely took this idea, and I talked to him, so don't worry, we're not just ripping him off, to Austin over at Calling Our Shot, because I think it's a great idea and a great way to sort of engage and give back if it were to hit. So he was cool with the idea of us just absolutely taking his idea, but that's the announcement. So December 26th is going to be the giveaway, and I know it's been kind of delayed, me getting that. Like, why didn't we do it right after hitting 5,000? I kind of wanted a good spot where there's plenty of games that we can kind of help build this parlay. If there's like 3 games on the slate, that's going to be pretty damn tough to put together a parlay that pays like that. So that's what we got. That's the announcement. And yeah, so keep an eye. Make sure you're subscribed and commenting and keeping an eye on the upcoming videos. But all right, enough ranting. Let's get into today's video. Last night we went 2-1, which we will definitely take. We had the Timberwolves money line. They let us down, but the Kings against the spread and the Suns against the spread came through big time for us. So 2-1 last night. We're grinding out here, you know, with all these postpones and everything like that. We're still getting the picks out there. But guys, we're gonna go through every single game on the board today. I'll give you my lean, I'll give you where my head's at, but make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment. That's when my final plays are gonna be decided, you know. So like, I'll give you my leans here, you know, I'll tell you what I'm thinking, but what I'm actually putting my money on will be in the pinned comment. And what we do is kind of add to that pinned comment throughout the day as I place my plays. But let's get into the shout out of the day here. We got Ronnie, my man. I've seen him in the comments everywhere, finally getting the shout out here. No one in the comments yesterday had that great of a night. I'll be completely honest. I'm scanning these, and as you guys know, if you use the hashtag of the day, which I'll give you today's hashtag at the end of the video, you use that, you drop your picks, and I'm scanning the comments, you know, randomly selecting someone that had a positive night, and it was tough. A lot of teams let down a lot of people yesterday, but Ronnie did end up going 3-2. Knicks money line, Pelicans money line, and Suns win big. He called this shot there. So 3-2 for Ronnie. So shout out to Ronnie. Yesterday's hashtag was hashtag grind. Guys, stay tuned till the end of the video for today's hashtag of the day, and then you can use that in the comments today and possibly get a shout out in the next video. And make sure you guys are keeping an eye on the community tab, because as these holidays, you know, are right around the corner here, a couple days till Christmas, or a couple days till Christmas Eve, then Christmas, New Year's, everything like that. Just keep an eye on the community tab if the schedule for these videos changes or anything like that. But all right, no more ranting. Holy crap, I feel like I'm out of breath from talking so much. Let's get to some damn picks, Ev. We have the Boston Celtics, my Boston Celtics, hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. The Cavs are on a win streak right now. They've won 6 in a row. They're playing some good basketball. They've beat some good teams in there, but honestly, everything's up in the air with all COVID. Like, they beat good teams, but without their best players, whatever. We know the covering Cavaliers are out here, and they are kind of the real deal against the spread here, but just going through some of the COVID-19 stuff here, Davis, out. Valentine, out. Jared Allen, out. As we know, Colin Sexton, out for season. Windler, out. Okoro, out. Stevens, out. Mobley, out. And then Nembhard, I don't even know him, is out COVID. So everybody seems to be out on the Cleveland side of things. And then in terms of the Celtics, very, very similar. Al Horford out. Jabari Parker out. Josh Richardson out. Juancho Hernangomez out. Robert Williams, upgraded to probable. Grant Williams, out. Broderick Thomas, out. And Sam Hauser out. So this is just an absolute sort of, you know what show of a game here. And honestly, a lot of these NBA games are turning into that. The Celtics are 5.5-point favorites in this one. And I think that's a little bit too much considering the fact that, everyone seems to be out. But I do think I lean Celtics here. You guys know I'm a huge Celtics fan. Every Celtics pick I give you is going to be biased. I'm sorry, but I do think I lean Celtics here, and it has a chance to make the ticket because if you have Jason Tatum and then you have Jaylen Brown, I think you're good enough to beat this Cavs team. So I'm going to lean Celtics here. I don't love -5.5. It could be something where we take an absolute odds hit and maybe play a money line. Who knows? Keep an eye on the pinned comment for that. But I think, what we're starting to see, and I don't mean to get in a whole nother rant here, but we're starting to see in these NBA games where a lot of guys are out is that I feel like towards the end of the game, if your team has your top-end talent, that top-end talent kind of comes through and makes the big plays. So both these teams are very, very thin, but the Celtics have their top-end talent. So that's why I lean Celtics here. Next up, we have the Hawks hosting the Magic here. Hawks -7.5 here. The Hawks, their quarantine list goes pretty deep too, as well as injuries. For the Hawks, Danilo Gallinari is out. Capella is out. Luau Cabarro is questionable. I feel like I nailed that last name, by the way. Pronunciation king. Bogdanovich is probable, and Trae Young downgraded to out. So I can't take the Hawks without Trae Young in there. This is going to be a stay-away game for me because I don't think the Magic are getting enough points here, even without Capella and without Trae Young on the Hawks here. This is probably going to be one where, I'd have to, gun to my head, say, fine, I'll lean the Hawks at home, but I'm staying away from this because 7.5 points is a lot of points to cover without two of your best players as the Hawks. Actually, three of your best players as the Hawks out. And then you throw in the fact that the Magic are only, so on the opposite side of things, the Magic are only getting 7.5 points here. I don't love the spot. So this is going to be one where I can tell you guys right now, I probably will not have I definitely won't have a play on this game in the pinned comment, but I would lean Hawks. If you guys are looking for what team, I guess I'm leaning towards, I would just lean Hawks because they're at home and they truly are the better and deeper team. Next up, we have the Thunder at home hosting the Denver Nuggets here. Thunder getting 6 points at home. Denver, this Denver team confuses me. They confuse me. Just a few nights ago, they put up 133 points against Atlanta, but they lose a game before that. They win 2. They are up and down. And this OKC team, they have covered more than people would think. 18-11 against the spread here, and against the spread at home, they're 9-6. A very good against the spread team at home. But I think I still would lean towards Denver. Keep an eye on the injury report. They got some big injuries here. Aaron Gordon questionable with an injury. Green is questionable. And Bol, if you care about that, upgraded to probable. OKC, on the other hand, no true big injuries. Man is questionable, but I think I lean Denver here just because that number doesn't seem too high. -6, I think they're far better than the Thunder, even though the Thunder, like I said, had won 2 games in a row here, and Denver's kind of confusing. I still would choose to lean towards Denver -6. Next up, we have the Bucks, 9.5-point favorites over the Rockets here. This Rockets team, it looks like they're coming back down to earth. Like we love the Rockets as they're going off, but now in their last 4 games, they have lost 3 of them. And the Bucks, on the other hand, seem like they have, I don't know, they've competed, I would say, without Giannis, right? So they still are the better team even without Giannis. Giannis looks like he's still out tonight. Bobby Portis out. Middleton upgraded to probable, though that I think that helps them a lot. I'm going to lean Bucks here, but I don't love the number whatsoever. Like if this number were to move into double digits at all, I think I lean Rockets, even with all of their concerns here with Christian Wood being questionable. Green is out and Kevin Porter Jr. out. I still think if it's a double-digit spread, I think I might just lean underdog here because it's such a big number. But if Middleton gets ruled in, I think that's huge for the Bucks. I'd be curious to see where this number went because of that. So I guess, yeah, just overall, I lean Bucks until Middleton's in because I think the number might get too big. I know that sounds weird. I'm like, I lean the Bucks right now with this number, assuming Middleton would play, but if he gets ruled in, I think this number probably jumps a little bit, and then I think I go to Houston double digits because this is just another one of the you-know-what show type games with guys being injured and stuff, and this Rockets team has surprised a lot of people this year. So 9.5, I lean Bucks. it gets to 10, 10.5, that half point. I know I might be a crazy person. That makes a difference to me. I end up leaning Rockets. Next up, we have the Kings hosting the Clippers here. Kings getting 5.5 points at home. Injuries for the Clippers. Morris out quarantining. Hartenstein, who actually I feel like, when they played the Celtics, he played pretty well. He's out. For Sacramento, we have a long list of quarantine. De'Aaron Fox is out. Alex Len is out. Marvin Bagley out. Davis out. King out. Mitchell out. A lot of guys out for Sacramento here. I'm going to lean LA minus 5.5. I get it. They're on the road. I don't necessarily love that spot for them. They're 5-6 against the spread when away, so a losing record, but the Kings are 7-9 against the spread at home, so I don't necessarily think that that's too big of a deal. Neither one of these teams are on a back-to-back. The Clippers, 3 losses in a row. I think they might come out a little bit hungrier than Sacramento, so I'm going to lean Clippers here, minus 5.5. I might buy a point. 4.5 sounds a lot better to me, even though, again, it's like 1 point, but that sounds a lot better to me, so maybe that's something we do, buy a point, but that is going to do it for the picks for today's video, guys. Again, make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment for all my final plays. We're not going to force anything tonight. We've been doing pretty damn well, grinding away, clawing away, trying to point Vegas to death. We're not going for the knockout blow. We're just trying to point them to death. When the ref has both of our hands in at the end of the fight, and they say, in a judge's decision, and they raise our hand because we pointed them to death, and the crowd goes wild. That is what we're trying to do. No knockout blows. I mean, a knockout blow would be great, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, guys, make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment. We're not going to be forcing anything tonight. But let's jump into today's hashtag of the day, which is hashtag FF. And you might be saying, what the hell's FF? What is this? This is like the laziest hashtag we've had, just 2 random letters, which is the same letter, so 1 random letter twice. It's just going to be friends and family. That's what I'm thinking. It's the holiday time of year. Everyone's got friends. Everyone's got, hopefully family and hopefully friends too. I don't want to make assumptions, but hashtag FF in the comments tonight, guys. Drop me your picks, and you have a chance to be featured in tomorrow's video. And yeah, again, hashtag of the day, all it is you guys just got to use that hashtag. I see people giving their picks, and I'm like, wow, what a great night from you. You didn't use the hashtag. You gotta play by the rules here. And I do it at the end of the video so that, the real ones are sticking around and everything like that. So shout out to you guys if you made it to this point in the video. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and everyone stay tuned for the parlay giveaway that we got going on December 26th. So hashtag FF is the hashtag of the day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Guys, make some bread tonight. Peace out.